Hello everyone, I hope you are doing very well. So welcome to this class. In this today's class, we are going to discuss this topic that is going to be very important according to exam point of view. And the topic is mole concept and molar masses. And actually, you know very well, we are discussing this chapter that is some basic concepts of chemistry, class 11, chapter 1. In some basic concepts of chemistry, we introduced some topics, and definitely these topics are important to learn and important to understand because these topics we will be using in the upcoming chapters. Okay, so first of all, I want to recall the previous class concepts, then we will start today's class, and that is mole concept. Based on mole concept, you will get some questions and you will see some questions definitely. So in the previous class we had covered and you have learned about the Dalton's atomic theory and the postulates of Dalton's atomic theory and limitations, or you can say drawbacks, of Dalton's atomic theory. Apart from this, we had understood atomic mass, molecular mass, and formula unit mass, or simply you can say formula mass. And with the introduction of this atomic mass, molecular mass, and formula mass, we had already introduced the term AMU, named as atomic mass unit. One AMU is nothing that is the mass of one atom of carbon 12 atom. It is equal to the mass of one atom of carbon 12 atom. No, it is equal to the 1/12 of the mass of one atom of carbon 12 atom. So it should be very important. You have to say this 1/12. Okay, so again I am repeating, 1 mu is nothing that is equal to the 1/12 of the mass of one atom of carbon 12 isotope of carbon. Carbon has carbon is having three isotopes: carbon 12, carbon 13, and carbon 14. Out of these three isotopes, carbon 12 is the most abundant isotope in nature, and its abundance is around 98 point some percent. Then carbon 13 is 1.01% approx, and carbon 14 is very less. Why we used carbon 12 as an isotope, carbon 12 isotope as a reference atom or as a relative atom? Because carbon 12 contains 6 protons, 6 electrons, and 6 neutrons, as well as it is the most abundant isotope of carbon in nature. Before carbon 12, as I already told to you, we used hydrogen and oxygen as well, but those were not successful. Nowadays we are using carbon 12 as a reference atom, and which is successful. So this is about 1 AMU. Atomic mass is nothing that is the mass of an atom, and with the help of this AMU, nowadays we are using, apart from AMU, we are using U, which is named as unified mass. So atomic mass we have calculated. Now I want to introduce the term molecular mass. You know what is molecular mass? Molecular mass is the mass of molecule, and it is calculated by the sum of atomic masses of all the atoms present in a molecule. It means, if I want to say in the terms of formula, so if you want to calculate the molecular mass of CH4, so you have to put the atomic mass of carbon, multiply with its respective numbers. So it is only 1, so 1 into atomic mass of carbon plus 4 into atomic mass of hydrogen, because hydrogen atoms are 4. So this is how you can calculate the molecular mass as well. Similarly, formula unit mass. So formula unit mass, or you can say simply a formula mass. So atomic mass, molecular mass, and formula unit mass. The calculation of formula unit mass is similar to the molecular mass, but molecular mass is used for molecules which are covalent in nature, covalent compound, and this is for ionic compounds. The reference atom and AMU and everything will be same. So for ionic compounds, like for NaCl we can calculate, for KCl we can calculate. As I told you already, potassium has some isotopes, but we are using 39, right? Potassium 39, potassium 40. If the question is mentioning like use isotopes potassium 40, 41, etc., so you can use. So suppose I want to calculate the atomic, suppose I want to calculate the formula unit mass of NaCl. So what can you do? Only one sodium, so 1 into atomic mass of sodium, which is 23, plus 1 into Cl atomic mass, which is 35.5. When you will add these values, you will get 58.5. U is the answer of this particular question. That is, what will be the formula unit mass of NaCl? What will be the formula unit mass of NaCl? So these are the concepts that we had covered already in the previous class. So today we are going to introduce the term mole concept. But before we are using mole concept, suppose I have given you a box of pen, right? A pen box. And this is full with pen. And how many pens are there? Suppose I am saying 144 pens are there. In this box, 144 pens are there. I am saying like make some shorter value and simplify this number. So what can you say? And I want to say like convert this value into dozen. You know, 1 dozen is a fixed number and 1 dozen is having 12 number, right? So what can you do? You will divide with 12 and you will get the answer 12. It means you can say 12 dozen pens are there. How many pens are there? 12 dozen pens are there in this box, which is filled with pens having 144 pens. Okay. The most and important point is there. Suppose I am saying one pair. So in one pair, you know, the value is 2. In one pair, 2 values. So if you have like 4 shirts, so you can say you have 2 pair of shirts, right? You can easily convert. So these numbers are used to simplify the bigger numbers. These numbers are used to simplify the bigger numbers. Similarly, these because these numbers are used for macroscopic particles, macroscopic. But if I will go from macro to micro world, so in microscopic particles, you know very well, they are occupying very little space and large in numbers. A very large number of microscopic particles occupy a very little volume. Suppose I am saying electrons and I am saying a very big number of electrons. Protons, neutrons, ions, cations, anions, etc. So to calculate these large numbers or to simplify these large numbers, we introduced the term mole. So mole is nothing. It is used to calculate the large numbers or simplify the large numbers in microscopic world, right? So it is like it gives a count. It gives a count to the numbers to simplify the numbers. Okay. So quantitatively you can see. So you can say atoms and molecules are extremely small in size and their numbers in even a small amount of any substance is really very large. To handle such large numbers, a unit of convenient magnitude is required. For example, as we denote 1 dozen for 12, as we say 1 dozen for 12 items, 4 for 20 items, gross for 144 items, we can use the idea of mole to count entities at the microscopic level. Microscopic level means atoms, molecules, particles, electrons, protons, neutrons, ions, cations, anions, etc. For these types of microscopic particles, we can use the idea of mole to count entities at the microscopic level. In SI system, mole, M-O-L-E, the symbol will be mole, M-O-L, was introduced as 7th base quantity for the amount of substance, right? You can see in the 7 base units are there, and in 7 base units you can see the amount of substance is also a term. Okay. The next and important point is here, the mole. Having symbol MOL, mole is the SI unit of the amount of substance. So you can say there is a number that is very big and large numbers. One mole system or one mole contains exactly 6.022140076 into 10 raised to the power 26. 6.022140076 into 10 raised to the power 23. This number entities are present in one mole. Repeating one more time, one mole contains exactly 6.022140076 into 10 raised to the power 23. 10 raised to the power 23 elementary entities. And this number is a fixed number. And this is the fixed numerical value of Avogadro constant given by Amedeo Avogadro, represented as Na or N0. N0 or Na is the Avogadro number and expressed in the unit mole inverse. It is expressed in the unit mole inverse. And it is called Avogadro number. What is this? This is named as Avogadro number. The amount of substance represented by symbol n, small n, of a system is a measure of the number of specified elementary entities. The important point, the amount of substance having symbol small n of a system is a measure of the number of specified elementary entities. They can be cations, they can be anions, electrons, protons, neutrons, atoms, ions, or anything. Not only microscopic particles. You can use this number for macroscopic particles as well. But in macroscopic particles, you can see the largeness of this number, right? And in macroscopic particles, these number values are very, very less in number, right? Very less possibility. So an elementary entity may be an atom, molecule, an ion, an electron, or any other particle or specified group of particles. It may be emphasized that the mole of a substance always contains the same number of entities. It means no matter what is the substance may be. If I am saying 1 mole of anything, it contains 6.022 6.022 into 10 raised to power 23. Ten raised to the power 23 of anything. Suppose I am saying one mole of L ions. It means we have 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23 ions. So it is not applicable only to microscopic particles. I am saying it can be applicable to the microscopic. Like suppose I am saying 1 mole of pen. So it should be 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23 pens. Right? So this is about the 1 mole concept. I hope you are getting a clear idea. So number of moles can be calculated with the help of this formula. Number of particles divided by Avogadro number of particles. It should be number of moles. Also number of moles number of moles having formula given mass by molecular mass. Given mass by molar mass you can write. Molar mass. Here you can write number of particles is equal to number of moles into Na. Number of moles into Avogadro number. This Avogadro number value is 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23. So you can see here, repeating one more time, the symbol MOL is for 1 mole. MOLE, mole. And it is the SI unit of amount of substance. Right? So it is concluded that the mole of a substance always contains the same number of entities, which is 6.02 to 14076 into 10 raised to the power 23, no matter what the substance may be. I hope this is clear. So let's understand this point. So we have covered the point, that is the number, Avogadro number. Very interesting point. It means the largeness of this number I will tell you with the all zeros. I will tell you. Okay, I will show you. Just give me some seconds. So you can see here we are discussing mole concept and molar masses, and in order to determine this number precisely, the Avogadro number, which is represented as Na, or you can say N0 or N0, the mass of a carbon 12 atom was determined by a mass spectrometer. Right? Mass spectrometer, and about mass spectrometer and mass spectrometry term you will understand in the higher grades. And it is found to be equal to 1.992648 into 10 raised to the power minus 23 gram. 1.992648 into 10 raised to the power minus 23 gram is the mass of carbon 12 atom. Knowing that 1 mole of carbon weighs 12 gram, so the number of atoms in it is equal to, you know very well, if 1 mole of carbon weight 12 gram, the number of atom in it is equal to be what? The 1 atom of carbon 12 weight is 1.992648 into 10 raised to the power minus 23, and this is the mass of a carbon 12 isotope of carbon 12 atom. Right? So carbon 12 isotope of carbon, and you can see if I want to calculate the number of atom in it, which is equal to 12 gram per mole for 12 carbon 12 isotope, divided by 1.992648 into 10 raised to the power minus 23 gram for what? Carbon 12 isotope. Right? So this is the mass of 1 atom of carbon 12 isotope, and the number of atoms are found to be 6.0221367 into 10 raised to the power 23 atoms per mole. And you know very well the number Avogadro number is also 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23. So you can see in 1 mole of carbon weighs 12 gram, and 1 atom of carbon 12 having mass is equal to 1.992648 into 10 raised to the power minus 23. With the help of these two numbers, we have calculated the number of atoms in 1 mole of carbon, which is equal to 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23 atoms in 1 mole. I hope you are very much clear that we can calculate the number of atoms, we can calculate number of particles with the help of this Avogadro number, and we required only number of moles. This number of entities in 1 mole is so important that it is given a separate name and symbol. and which is named as Avogadro constant or Avogadro number, denoted by Na in honor of Amedeo Avogadro. In honor of Amedeo Avogadro. To appreciate the largeness of this number, you can write all the zeros without using a powers of 10. You can see the number will be 60221367. Let's count these zeros. How many zeros you can see here? 18 zeros. You can see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. Just count it again. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. 16 zeros are there. How many zeros are there? 16. So 60221367 and 16 zeros are there. If you will see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, if you will write 10 raised to the power 23, so you have to put a decimal here, 6.0221367. Okay, I hope you are getting these points. So without all zeros, with all zeros without the powers of 10, you can see the largeness of this number. This number is very, very large. Hence, so many entities like atoms, molecules, ions, cations, electrons, protons, neutrons, etc., they constitute of 1 mole of a particular substance, right? So many entities are there. Suppose I am saying 1 mole of CH4 molecule. If I am saying 1 mole of CH4 molecule, CH4 is nothing, that is methane. So 1 mole of CH4 molecules means it is methane, and 1 molecule of methane, 1 molecule of CH4 contains 1 carbon and 4 hydrogens. It means you can say total 5 atoms. In 1 molecule of methane, total 5 atoms are there. In 1 mole of CH4 molecules, how many atoms are there? Question can be asked like this. In 1 mole of CH4 molecules, total number of molecules are Avogadro number of molecules, which is equal to 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23 molecules. So in 1 mole of CH4 molecules, 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23 molecules are there. And in 1 molecule of CH4, total 5 atoms are there. So in 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23 molecules of CH4 having 5 into 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23 atoms. So it should be the number 10 raised to power 23, 5 to the 10, 5 to the 10 of 1, 11, and then 1, 5, 6 is 30. 30.110 into 10 raised to the power 23 atoms are there. 30.110 into 10 raised to the power 23 atoms are there. You can see this number. So these are the total number of atoms which are present in 1 mole of CH4 molecule. But the interesting point is that if the question is asking, just tell me the total number of hydrogen atoms which are present in 1 mole of CH4 molecule. So first of all, you have to calculate that in 1 molecule, how many total number of hydrogen atoms are there. In 1 molecule of CH4, let's write with yellow color. In 1 molecule of CH4, 4 hydrogen atoms are there. In 1 molecule of CH4, how many hydrogen atoms are there? 4 hydrogen atoms are there. If in 1 molecule of CH4, 4 hydrogen atoms are there, so you know very well in 1 mole of CH4, in 1 mole of CH4 molecules, we have 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23 atoms are there. In 1 mole of CH4, we have 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23 atoms are there. If, sorry for that, in 1 mole of CH4 molecules, we have 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23 molecules are there. If in 1 mole of CH4 molecule, Avogadro number of molecules are there, in 1 molecule of CH4, 4 hydrogen atoms are there. So if I will write like in 1 mole of CH4 molecule, total number of hydrogen atoms will be 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23 multiply with 4. It comes out to be 880 and 24 into 10 raised to the power 23. So in 1 mole of CH4 molecule, 24.088 into 10 raised to the power 23 hydrogen atoms are there. So this is about the mole concept. So you can easily understand 1 mole of anything, 1 mole of CH4 molecule contains Na number of molecules. 1 mole of Na positive ions contains Na number of Na positive ions, right? 1 mole of NaCl contains Na number of Cl negative ions. 1 mole of SO2 contains Na number of SO2 molecules. So this is very interesting that everything, if it is in 1 mole, it contains Avogadro number, and this number is given by Amedeo Avogadro and having value what? Having value 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23. Having value 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23. This is about the Avogadro number value. This is about what? This is about Avogadro number value. I hope this is clear to you. So you can see here, again I am repeating, so many entities, atoms, molecules or any other particle constitute 1 mole of a particular substance. And this number of entities in 1 mole is so important that it is given a separate name and symbol. You can see named as Avogadro number. So you can therefore say that 1 mole of hydrogen atoms, as I told you already, contains 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23 atoms. 1 mole of water molecules contains 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23 water molecules. 1 mole of sodium chloride contains 6.022 into 10 raised to the power formula units of sodium chloride, because this is an not a covalent compound, this is an ionic compound. This is an ionic compound. So 1 mole of anything, 1 mole of pen contains pens. Simple. So having defined the mole, it is easier to know the mass of 1 mole of substance. Okay. So we will discuss the mass of what will be the term that we can say for mass of 1 mole of substance, that is known as molar mass. We will be discussing this point in the next upcoming class. Okay. So you can see actually here the molar mass of water, molar mass of sodium chloride, you can calculate molar mass of KCl, K2SO4, NaCl, etc. But the point is here, again I am repeating, we will be discussing the molar mass terms in detail in the next class. So today whatever we had discussed, let's quickly recall the points. So we had discussed today about the mole concept. We had discussed today about the mole concept. So it is nothing. It is actually a number which quantifies and which count the small or microscopic particles, which gives a count of microscopic particles which occupy a very little volume and number is very large. Number is very large, right? Suppose I am writing a number like 3.9823 into 10 raised to the power 46, etc. So, and these ions are there. So how many ions in moles? You can calculate, you can divide this with Avogadro number and you will get number of moles. Because number of moles is equal to N by Na, and n is nothing, that is the number of given particles, and Na is the Avogadro number. So this is the given particles, and Avogadro number you know very well, which is given by Amedeo Avogadro, which is a constant number, and 1 mole of anything gives this number. 1 mole of anything, this means this number, 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23. Right, so today we have discussed this mole concept, which is very important, and you will get questions. Okay, you will see questions from this concept in the upcoming classes definitely. Okay, so mole concept, again I am repeating, it gives a count to the microscopic particles. It doesn't mean like it cannot be applicable to microscopic. You can apply to this macroscopic particles, but it is not so much important. It is not so much important for macroscopic particles, because this number is very large, and microscopic particles, right, microscopic particles, the probability of this number, right, the probability of this number to give a count to macroscopic particles is very difficult, right, and it is not a common thing. But for microscopic particles, it is a common thing. Within a little space around me, like you can see, oxygen is available, because I am inhaling oxygen, exhaling carbon dioxide. So much amount of oxygen, suppose I am inhaling, and suppose I am inhaling so many number of molecules of oxygen. So how many moles of oxygen I am inhaling? So it gives a count, and it simplified the things. Okay, and apart from this, so we will discuss the molar mass term in the next class, and we will practice some question as well based on the molar mass concept. My most important point is there that 6.022 into 10 to the power 23, it gives a quantitative relationship of microscopic particles, right, and it is represented as Na. You can represent it as N0 or N0, and it is given by Amedeo Avogadro. It is given by Amedeo Avogadro. So this is named as Avogadro number, or you can say Na is Avogadro constant. So this is all about the mole concept, and this is all about this today's class. I hope you got each and every concept whatever we had discussed today. So in the next class, again I'm repeating, we will be discussing the molar mass term based on the mole concept. So you can practice these concepts, and you can practice some questions based on that. Okay, I have given a formula, N is equal to N by Na, and you will get some questions definitely, and you can make some questions based on this. Okay, based on this, suppose the number is given above, 3.9823 into 10 to the power 46 ions. So question can be asked like, how many number of moles are there in this particular number? Okay, so practice questions and revise these concepts, and then in the next class we will be discussing the next concept that will be very interesting, molar mass, and based on that we will discuss some questions, okay, based on molar mass and mole concept. Okay, so thank you so much again. Have a nice day. Take care. Goodbye, and see you in the next class, everyone.